Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Matthew Sports Talk. I just did a State of the Vikings episode, and now we're going to do State of the NFL, or NFL Talk, as I like to call it. So what do I want to talk about for the NFL? Let me talk about teams whose fans I generally feel sorry for. Because, yeah, there are definitely some teams out there that I think are just going to be god-awful and have been god-awful, and I feel sorry for them. So let's start off first off in the NFC. Fuck the NFC North, okay? I don't feel sorry for any of those guys, okay? Chicago Bears, you're loaded up on offense. You got the number one overall pick in Caleb Williams. You got a stunning wide receiver room. Probably the only wide receiver room I'm envious of outside of ours. So, yeah, there's that. Packers, once again, you seem to have found your another franchise quarterback in Jordan Love, but guess what? I think you overpaid him. I think you rushed too much to give him that $55 million extension, and you're going to regret it. I think it's Daniel Jones 2.0, but that's just my personal opinion, to be seen, or TBD. And then, of course, there's the Detroit Lions, who, it's almost annoying now that they're good. They were bad for so goddamn long, and now that they're annoying, now that they're good, it's fucking annoying. But until they win a Super Bowl, until they go to the Super Bowl, doesn't really matter. So there's that. All right, so now NFC East. One team, New York Giants. I do actually feel sorry for you guys. You tied a hitch to a guy named Daniel Jones to the tune of $40 million a year. I said it when the news broke. You can go back in my channel history and you can find the freaking episode. I said the NFL was going to hell, because it has been. Ever since that contract was signed, you got guys like Trevor Lawrence, who hasn't even won a single goddamn playoff game, gained $55 million a year. Yeah. Actually, no. That was Jordan Love. Trevor Lawrence, I know, is getting $50+ million a year. So, I completely fucking hate the fact that quarterbacks get so much overpaid in the market. Because some of them are worth it, some of them are not. Case in point, Daniel Jones. I wouldn't pay him anywhere close to $40 million. If it was up to me, genuine, 50-year option, maybe $25 million at the most. Maybe 30 if I was really pulled. And, if I was the GM, I'd be like, wait a minute. Who says I have to pay him that much money? Really? Yes, I know the market dictates, but still, who the fuck cares what the market dictates if you're a general manager? You pay people you think deserve to be paid, not the other way around. So, if it was up to me, I would be like, fuck you, Daniel Jones. You could go find another team. I will bet you no one will sign you for the money you want. But guess what? Giants didn't do that. And look at the shithole they are in now. And the thing is unless something miraculous happens, this is probably going to be Daniel Jones' last season on the Giants. It's probably going to be Brian Daboll's last season as coach of the Giants too. I like the guy. I think he's a good coach, but he pretty much hitched himself to Daniel Jones. It is what it is. So yeah, man, like I said, I'd be stunned if that team doesn't end up in last place of the NFC East this year. I honestly think the Washington Commanders, with the fact that Dan Quinn is their new head coach, with the fact that they have Jane Daniels, and honestly, they just have better talent than the Giants do overall. So it's I think Giants are going to be fourth place of the NFC East, and I'd be stunned if that isn't the case. So, moving on. Next team I feel sorry for, NFC South, Carolina Panthers. My godmother is a Carolina Panthers fan. She lives in North Carolina. She has season tickets. I feel bad for her. And she's one of those people that's brutally honest, and she brutally honestly told me when she visited last week that the Panthers suck. And they do. I mean, you probably screwed up the development of Bryce Young. I mean, you hope to fix it, but it probably is going to take a lot longer than you thought it was going to be. And it's like, honestly, you look at every single team in the NFC South. The Falcons, the Buccaneers, the Saints, all more talented than the Panthers. So, yeah, I feel bad for them. So, NFC West, I guess I kind of feel sorry for Cardinals fans, even though it's like, you got Marvin Harrison Jr., which he's probably going to be the best wide receiver in the league in 2-3 years' time. You still have Kyler Murray, which, I don't know. You hope he turns the corner for their sake. Otherwise, yeah. Not gonna be pretty. Anyway, I digress. Moving on. Oh yeah. I can't believe I'm saying this. I feel sorry for New England Patriots fans. There, I said it. Even though that's a team that's won 7 fucking Super Bowls in the last 25 years. I feel sorry for them. Because they have gone from being Super Bowl contenders pretty much every single goddamn year that Tom Brady was there to absolute garbage pit right now. They got rid of Bill Belichick finally, which I think he was kind of 90% of the problem. But you put in a rookie coach, then you give him a rookie quarterback, and I feel bad for Drake May. I really do. Because, originally I wanted him until I figured out how much it was going to cost the Vikings to trade up to get him. But I think he's going to be ruined by that team. I think it's going to be like a Bryce Young 2.0. They're going to rush his development, hope to God that he is a savior to their team. But what does he have to work with? Like, honest to God, I can name one guy on their offensive roster outside of Drake May and Jacoby Brissett. I know they signed him as a bridge quarterback. I can name one other guy on the offense outside of those two. And you know who that is? KJ Osborne. The only reason I know that name is because he was a Minnesota Viking. And guess what? He was our third, sometimes fourth guy on our wide receiver depth chart. What, all of a sudden he's going to be wide receiver number 1? I don't fucking think so. So, here's my prediction for the New England Patriots. They will definitely end in last place of the AFC East. And I'd be shocked. I currently think they're going to get the number 1 overall pick for next year. But, just to give myself a little bit of wiggle room, I will guarantee, if I have money, I would bet it, they will have a top 5 draft pick next season. Guarantee that, and you can write that in. If not, then holy shit, I was wrong. But that's my prediction for right now. Who else am I sorry for on the AFC side? Not really anyone in the North. The South, I guess I'm sorry for Jacksonville Jaguars fans. Because you guys have to, not saying that Trevor Lawrence can't be good, but once again, giving money to a quarterback that hasn't proven a goddamn thing. Hasn't even won a single fucking playoff game. It doesn't make sense in my mind. It doesn't. So there's that. Enough talk about that. Titans are going through a rebuild, so Titans have been bad for a pretty goddamn long time, so I kind of feel sorry for their fans because it seems like they're always kind of in this rebuilding phase and they haven't really, they popped up once a couple years ago, but they got scrubbed pretty early in the playoffs. So what is it to them? So yeah. Oh yeah. Denver Broncos fans. Your team is just it's a clusterfuck. It's a fucking night. Like, your guys' shit is so all over the place. It's insane. And really, Bo Nix, that's the guy. You honestly, you had a chance to go JJ McCarthy, but no, you want Bo Nix. Really, Sean Payton? Don't try to pull that bullshit over my eyes. I know you want JJ McCarthy over Bo Nix, but yep, there's that. And then Raiders fans, you guys just have been in like purgatory forever. Like, when are you guys going to get out of it? You know, only if there was like a realignment and you somehow managed to be pulled into another division. Well, I think you guys get out of purgatory. But you're stuck in a division with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now, probably a competent Chargers team with Justin Herbert. You know, yeah, I feel bad for Raiders and Broncos fans. So, yep, that's who I feel bad for. I did do a little shuffle of my power rankings. I won't reveal them yet because it's just a few meaningless shuffles, and you know, I already did my initial one. I'll probably do another run right after the preseason, right after the last week of the preseason is, and that will be my pre-week 1 power rankings. Let's just say that. All right, so yep, that's NFL talk for today. I'll probably record a State of the Twins episode tomorrow, but we'll see. All right. See you guys.